Unexpected royal move. Princess Leonor's arrival in Denmark stuns royal fans from Spain. Everyone expected Princess Leonor to remain in Spain, bound to her royal duties, quietly preparing for the immense responsibility of one day becoming queen. Everyone thought her life would unfold under the careful gaze of her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia, with little room for sudden surprises. But then something happened that no one predicted. Leonor arrived in Denmark, and her presence there shocked royal fans, not only in Spain but across Europe. And here's the contradiction. While many assumed it was a mere formal visit, a polite diplomatic gesture, the reality was very different. Leonor's trip carried weight far beyond ceremonies. What unfolded stunned those who witnessed it, raising questions not just about her personal choices, but about the future of two monarchies. So here is the deeper truth. Leonor's arrival in Denmark was more than just travel. It was an unexpected royal move that revealed alliances, hinted at hidden possibilities, and opened the door to a narrative no one thought possible. A narrative that connects Spain and Denmark, family and duty, tradition and modernity. The story begins with her stepping off the plane. Cameras flashed, reporters surged, and royal fans who had gathered outside were left speechless. The crown princess of Spain, barely out of her teenage years, carried herself with the poise of a seasoned queen. Her smile was gentle but firm, her posture strong, her presence undeniable. Yet, beneath the surface, everyone asked, why Denmark, and why now? To answer that, we must look beyond the obvious. Leonor's journey wasn't just a diplomatic courtesy. It was strategic, symbolic, and deeply emotional. Spain's young heir has spent months under the public eye, training at military academies, proving her resilience and determination. But Denmark is different. It is not her home. It is not her kingdom. And yet, her presence there felt intentional, as though she was stepping into a stage that had been quietly prepared for her. The first question that fans and analysts raised was about Prince Christian of Denmark. Their lives have been compared again and again. Two heirs, close in age, carrying the legacy of two monarchies with long histories of triumph and tension. When Leonor walked through the Danish royal grounds, whispers ignited instantly. Was this about diplomacy, or was it about something far more personal? But let us pause here. While tabloids rush to paint romance, the truth may run deeper. What if Leonor's arrival is not just about a connection with Christian, but about a bond between monarchies, a strengthening of ties that could one day stabilize Europe's royal network? In this frame, her move becomes not just personal curiosity but political strategy. Yet still, the emotional impact cannot be denied. For Spanish fans, her journey sparked pride and unease in equal measure. Pride, because their future queen is already walking among foreign thrones, holding her head high, representing her country with grace. Unease, because questions grew louder. Would her heart, and perhaps her destiny, be tied to another land? As Leonor appeared at official events, Denmark responded with admiration. Crowds gathered to see her, cameras captured every detail of her attire, her gestures, her expressions. She was no longer just Spain's crown princess. In that moment, she was a European figure, a young royal who carried centuries of tradition yet spoke to modern hopes. But beneath the admiration lies another loop of curiosity. How did her parents react? King Felipe, trained in diplomacy, must have understood the significance. He once studied and lived abroad, he knows what it means to represent Spain beyond its borders. Queen Letizia, however, has always been protective, wary of her daughters being swallowed by royal expectations too quickly. Did she approve of this bold move? Or did she watch with quiet concern, knowing how speculation can turn heavy on such young shoulders? Consider also the perspective of Denmark's royal family. Queen Margrethe, a monarch of immense experience, surely recognized the symbolism of Leonor's presence. To host the heir of Spain is no small matter. It signals trust, cooperation, and perhaps, preparation for something larger. Prince Christian, too, must have felt the weight of it. To see his counterpart not as a distant figure in newspapers, but as a real presence beside him, must have stirred both personal curiosity and royal reflection. The comparisons began instantly. Spanish media measured Leonor's presence against Christian's future. Was this a quiet rehearsal for Europe's next great alliance? Or was it merely a gesture of friendship? Each possibility carried its own implications. What makes this story so compelling is not the event itself, but the silence surrounding it. Neither Spain nor Denmark gave full explanations. Official statements spoke only of courtesy, training, and shared values. But silence breeds questions, and questions grow into fascination. And so we must ask, what did this move mean for Leonor herself? She is not a passive figure in history. She is a young woman, intelligent, determined, aware of her destiny. Did she choose Denmark as a stage to assert her independence? Did she want to show Spain, and the world, that she is not just a symbol but an active architect of her own path? The emotional resonance deepens when we think of her Spanish fans. For them, Leonor is not just a royal. She is the daughter of their nation, the face of its future. To see her abroad, welcomed and admired, brings pride. But it also stirs a quiet fear that her destiny might not remain entirely Spain's alone. And perhaps that is why her arrival stunned so deeply. It wasn't just about geography or travel. It was about identity, belonging, and the possibility of change. So where does this leave us? The unexpected move has set in motion a series of questions that cannot yet be answered. Will Spain and Denmark grow closer through their heirs? Will Leonor's journey mark the beginning of a new chapter in European monarchy, or was it merely a fleeting moment of symbolism? For now, what remains is the image. Leonor stepping confidently into Denmark. Her presence stunning royal fans from Spain, capturing the imagination of Europe, and leaving us all wondering, what comes next? And that is the beauty of this unexpected royal move. It is not just an event in the present, it is a thread pulling us toward the future, where love, duty, and legacy will intertwine in ways we cannot yet predict. They said her path was written only in Spain. They said her destiny was fixed within her own borders. But her arrival in Denmark proves otherwise. Princess Leonor's story is no longer confined, it is unfolding on a larger stage, and the world is watching every step.